Welcome to the Rain Soap Making Tutorials. Today we're going to do a tower pour technique. The recipe is on the screen. For my particular one, I've doubled the recipe as the mold is large. All the recipes and techniques can be found in the Rain Book of Natural Soap Making. Now you need to make your tower. You can use a piece of cardboard or old cereal boxes. Draw 4 lines about 4 centimeters apart. Measure both sides of the cardboard carefully. The height of the tower doesn't really matter. It can be about 10 centimeters, 15 centimeters tall. Take a Stanley knife and score the card. When you bend the card over, you'll see it doesn't completely break. And you can seal the ends and the side with packaging tape. Place some packaging tape over all the parts of the cardboard also, so that you can reuse your tower. You would just wipe it down with a wet cloth. In effect, you're kind of making it waterproof by doing this. Then you have to cut a piece exactly to fit the top and bottom of your tower. Tape it on securely. Then fill your tower with sand, ordinary garden sand, building sand, any sand, or anything that can add weight. You can even use cake flour. Stamp it down so that it's nice and solid. Put your lid on and tape it closed. You now have a tower that is quite firm and solid. I've used 3 different colors. White titanium dioxide diluted with water, black bamboo charcoal and red oxide. I've made my soap batter and divided it into 3 equal portions. The one jug I've colored with the white titanium dioxide, pre-blended into some water to remove all the lumps. The second jug I'm coloring with the red oxide. To blend that, I've put a bit of batter in with the oxide to remove the lumps, and then got it nice and smooth and then added it to the jug. The third jug, I'm adding bamboo charcoal. I've also pre-blended a bit of batter into that to take out the lumps. Make sure it's all well stirred and blended. Add your fragrance to each jug, a few drops, few milliliters. Place your column into the middle of your mold at an angle and begin to pour onto the middle of the top of the column. Now you're going to alternate your colors. You can use as many colors as you like to do this project, and of course choose any colors that you like. Just remembering that each time you are pouring an alternating color onto the middle of the top of the column. You keep this up until your mold starts to get full. It does help if you have quite a light trace at the beginning, because it means you're buying yourself some time to play. Today's a very cold day, so the soap got thick very quickly. When you've finished, just brush the bits off the top of the column and clean off down the sides with a spatula. And then remember that you need to have your gloves on, because you're going to need to remove this column from the mold. Lift it up, there will be a bit of suction. Now the part left in the middle can be pretty, but sometimes it's not so pretty. In this case, not so pretty. So I'm adding a bit of white into the middle and taking a chopstick and just making a bit of a decorative pattern off that not so pretty part. This is another one that I did with pinks where the middle was very pretty. The end result can be seen here, which is quite an interesting effect, pink and grey and white. And this was another one that I did, also not looking that pretty in the mold. but the end result was really quite beautiful. This had 4 colors. And now let's unmold our mold that has been standing overnight. Loosen the sides of the rubber mold, and it's very easy always with the silicone molds to get the soap out. They're expensive to buy, but they're truly worth it when it comes to unmolding. No paper lining, no hassle. This soap you can cut in 2 different directions. If you're cutting it from top to bottom or from side to side, you're going to get a different result, as you'll see in a moment. Just a note about the coloring. I've used roughly 5 to 10 milliliters of coloring of each of them in each of the 3 jugs. You can add different amounts of coloring depending on how intense you want the colors to be, and it's all a question of playing around and seeing what suits your preference. As you can see here, the soaps that are cut on the one side have a different effect to the ones that are cut at another angle. Your tower that you pour from can also be a triangle, as you'll see in another tutorial that we'll be posting shortly. Here's the end result. Pretty! Thanks for watching.